Okay, this is Sally The Teenage Westie and I at Sannox beach today. I'm just walking along the wee path that runs parallel with the beach, and it's a beautiful sunny summer day. Sally's a wee bit too hot. She doesn't like the sun so much. She prefers it when it's shady, so hopefully once we come off, we'll go along the path and we'll come off the beach. Hopefully a bit more shady. But that's where we are. We've come along that path there, past that field there with all the yellow flowers. I'll just focus in on that a wee bit. Some dandelions. Anyway, it looks nice. I'll catch up with Sally. There she is, she's gone through the gate. Right, well, we could go that way, Sally. But I think maybe we'll go this way. So, come on. No, we're going to go this way. It's just difficult to let Sally know which way. She can't. I don't even know why I'm talking to her like that. We're going to go this way. Because she can't hear me. We'll just go along this little bit of path, have a look at the beach and then go into the forest. That's what we'll do. So, yeah, today we're just out in the nice summer sunshine, school holidays. English schools and Scottish schools, all the schools are shut. So this is height of the summer. And it was difficult to get a parking space, to be honest. Although there isn't that much parking, there's maybe a dozen places or something, just over, but they all had a car in them. Not that I'm complaining, that's just the holidays. That's the first time I've seen that actually. And I still did get parked, I just had to think about it a little bit. But the beach, almost nobody on it. No, you're not going to get that in an English beach, down south and a holiday destination. And that's what this is. It's just perfect. So we're very lucky. Okay, Sally. We'll just get round here and have a little look. Sally's panting away there. Yeah, getting a little bit more shady. And there's a little bit of breeze here as well, which is nice. I'll go past her. She's doing well. To be fair, it's too warm for me as well. I'm not really used to it, but in Arran we don't get that many really hot days. And right now with the sun out, this is as hot as it gets. It's the beginning of August. So, right, that's where we're going to go in a second. But what we will do, we'll go down here for a sec and I'll just show you what the beach is like and show you the view of Sannox as well. There we go. Over there, and then above that Lilo is Little Cumbria, and lots of other mainland things. There are two ferries out there. I'm pointing the right way so I can see the sunshine. That will be MV Isle of Arran leaving, it's left at 12:30, and that, pointing the right way, is just coming in to Brodick, which is over behind Sannox. There's Sannox. I'll this in the back of it. Oh, now Sally has gone in here. That's a surprise, which I didn't expect. You investigating, Sally? Is that what's happening there? I think she's wanting shade. Come on, wee dog. We're just going to go in the shade round here. Did you find something in there? Who knows? Right, let's get in this corner and I'll show you the view of the hills. Here she comes. Yeah. There's one family on the beach, on the entire beach. That's what you can hear. And that's the only people on the whole of Sannox beach. It's not bad for the school holidays. Right. I'm waiting for Sally to come around the corner. There's the hills. She's just coming, I can see her on the right there. Not a worry. That's a good view, isn't it? Got the beach behind me and a view across to the mainland and those mountains in front. Sally knows what to do. There we go, Sally. Come on then, small dog. Look at that pile of stones for us. Old jetty or something. Anyway, okay. So I'm just going to walk back to the stepping stones along here. And while we're walking, I'll just tell you what I was thinking in my mind for today. I posted a few days ago about the Waverley and how I hadn't been on it for many years. What have I done there? And it turned out to be 47 years since I was on the Waverley, 1975, and it was only built in 46. So to cut a long story short, it was only 29 years old at the Waverley when I was on it. That's how fast time flies. So I was 10. So I was thinking, well, what can I remember from younger than that, younger than 10? In fact, what is my earliest childhood memory? I can't remember very much because my memory's rubbish. As are my sisters, we all share that trait. We can kind of work things out quickly, but we can't remember what we worked out. That's the thing. There you go. Got a few there. Hunting dog. So one memory for me was in 1969 being woken up and to watch the first person on the moon, landing on the moon, and that was about, I think, 2 in the morning, something like that. And I do remember that because I remember being woken up, being very, very tired, and being surprised by being woken up. I'd have been 4.5 at that point. I remember maybe a younger age from that, sitting at the big table, and my wee sister Mo was pretty much a baby sitting in front of me in the baby chair, and we all used to get fed porridge every morning, which actually turns out to be a great idea, very good for you. And she didn't want hers, and she was just sitting across the table, right across the table, and I remember her lifting the bowl of porridge up and just placing it upside down on her own head. As a way of getting rid of the porridge so she didn't have to eat it. It was on her head, it didn't need to be in her mouth. I remember that clearly. So I might have been less than 4.5 then, probably only 3 maybe. So there's that one. I also remember the first time I got told I was too big to be lifted up when my dad used to lift up the kids and kind of swing them about and stuff. And I was like bigger than the two below me, obviously, younger brother and sister, and I was too big. So that was actually a milestone, being too big to be kind of a baby. But I'm not sure what age it would be. But I suspect at the end of it, my youngest memory is being fed as a baby. Oh, Sally. And you would have a plastic bib in front of you, fixed on, and you'd be fed all the different types of kind of baby food, whatever that you were getting as a baby. And it would all be yummy, yummy, and I do remember that, enjoying the food. But you had to have this price to pay at the end, and it was the dregs in the baby bib, which were cold and all mixed together. So if you had like a main course and a pudding of kind of baby food thing, it would all be in that stone cold, and it wasn't funny. So I think dregs in the bib are my earliest baby memory. I would have been very young if I had a baby bib on, so that's what I'm going for. The only other thing I can think of like that, we lived in a flat in the west end of Glasgow. We moved out of it when I was 1, and I remember we moved into a house in Broomhill, 43 Arran Gardens, 4-bedroom sandstone terraced house. And I think that would be £750,000 now, roughly. Oh, Sally's doubled back. Oh, it's just sniffing. And but I know that when we moved into it when I was 1, so that would be 19, the end of 65, that house cost £3,000, and also it had dry rot and cockroaches, so it had to be, it had been infested with cockroaches, had to be all, fumigated and stuff, and also dry rot, and there was £1,800 of dry rot damage in that house, and my dad had exaggerated his earnings to get the mortgage. We just didn't have the money. All my mum's hair fell out because of worry and stress. She went bald, and we were going to get the house repossessed at one point. And I'm told about the house being repossessed later in life, but I do remember hair falling out. And yeah, this is it, Sally. We're going this way. Oh, we're going to have a look this way. I'll have to carry you, because it's the stepping stones. But that's how much the house was, and I remember standing in the lounge, where the lounge is, looking up through the bedroom and through the roof above it at the clouds going past, because the whole front of the house had been removed. So it was just clouds. I remember that clear as anything, just standing there on my own, where the lounge was, looking up at the sky and the clouds. So that's a good early memory as well. There's not a chance Sally's going to go over the stepping stones. I'll lift her over. Right. Let me get a wee view of the river here. There we go. Not much water in it, not been much rain lately. Although we don't have a drought like England, they've got hose pipe bans. Sannox stepping stones, Sally drinking from the river, as all dogs should, but as she didn't until maybe a year ago, because she didn't even know, she'd never seen a river, she'd never even been out, that was the thing, she'd never been walked in her first 12 years. And so water had all her life just been in a bowl, and it's taken a while for her to kind of realise, as we all do sometimes, to adjust and realise that as your life changes, there are other things, that adaptations you can make that you didn't know about, and this is one for her. She can stop and drink when she likes, and that's what she's doing, checking I'm here. There we go. It's a nice wee spot this, isn't it? Hot work, wearing your fur coat and walking about in the summer sunshine.